Come in.
Come on.
You've done what? Welcome back to part 16 with me, the Gobby Gaffer, and I'm managing GENK over here in Belgium. Okay, it's meat on the bones time, and I think I need to do a little bit of an explanation. Quite a lot of things have happened. One of the main things is the chairman has sold Glogovac, my wonder kid, attacking midfielder. He sold him from under my nose. Okay, I know it's all to do with buyout clauses and all of that kind of thing. But the bonkers thing is, I am trying to build a team here that will compete in Europe. And when I give these players contracts, the buyout clause is always locked in. I can never change it. I've recently tried to change a buyout clause, and the agent just came back, locked in the lower buyout clause, which was ridiculously low. It was one of the new players that I bought who was obviously going to be a very good player, but the buyout clause was something ridiculous, like 7 million, when I wanted it to be about 30, which would be more realistic. I mean, Glogovac has gone for about 20 million. It's absolutely bonkers. If I want to buy a player in to replace him, it's going to cost me about 50, 60 million. A player with some experience and whatever. Absolutely bonkers. So that's another player gone. I am getting offers in now for other players as well. My team is not just unsettled. There's so many disgruntled players. The injury list is just off the scale. I cannot keep a strike force fit. I cannot keep my attacking midfielders fit. Wing backs is just ridiculous. And on top of all of that, I got the message saying that, the GENK fans are very worried about the fact that the Gobby Gaffer's contract runs out in July of this year, and there's been no offer of a contract for him. What's going to happen? They even put in another manager and gave odds for him of taking over my job. And then in the next breath, I got offered a contract. I've actually turned it down. I've made the decision. I'm resigning at the end of the season. I know it's probably a bit of a shock, but I don't know how I can build something here when I'm getting the rug pulled from under my feet all of the time. It just isn't happening. So I'm going to see the season out, and we'll take it from there. Okay, plenty of meat on the bones there, and let's have a look what's been going on. So against all of the odds, I am actually winning games, but I am looking at the big picture here. I'm looking at not the end game, but I'm looking a bit further than this board is looking. This board is so short-sighted. So Antwerp, that finished the season off up till March, 1-0 win. So we did finish top of the league in March. But of course, then we went into this championship group where there's 6 teams and you play the 10 games, and you play each of the 5 teams twice. Standard Liège, normally a very tough game for us. We actually played really well in that game. I'm playing some very odd formations at the moment. I'm playing 3 attacking midfielders and a striker. Ben is useless. Absolutely useless. I played him again, and he had a virtually open goal very nearly at the corner flag. Literally no idea what's going on with Ben. And to add insult to injury, we've had the next gen list come out, the top 50 next gen list. And who was the only GENK player in there? Yes, it was Ben. Ben is still a wonder kid, but cannot put that white round thing between the 2 white sticks. My word, is it frustrating. And so in the standard game, I played Glogovac, Paolo and Rodriguez as attacking midfield players behind Federa. And it worked. We won 2-0. And then, of course, I get the message that, by the way, we've sold him. He played so well in that game, we've sold him now. So, do what you will with that. I mean, frustration doesn't even come near to it. And then to add insult to injury, I've been saying all along, right from the beginning of the Europa League, that Newcastle will win it. I think Newcastle are probably the best team left in it. They did qualify, and of course, who do we draw in the quarter-final? Yes, it's Newcastle. We've got the away leg first, the home leg second. We will be watching those two games in this episode. Let's see if we can get through to the semi-final of the Europa League. So my manager rating now is 3-star out of 5. 3-star. I should be able to pick up a decent job. I am very, very, very surprised. I thought when I got that message to say that they'd not offered me a new contract, and they even gave a name of somebody else. They gave odds for somebody else coming in and taking over should I not be offered a new contract. I thought, okay, here we go. This is the signal. I'll get offered a new job. No, they offered me a contract. I turned it down. Why I'm not getting offered jobs, I don't know. Answers on a postcard. Anyway, less of all, I know it's a little bit of a one of those episodes, isn't it? You know, bit of a bombshell, a lot of information to impart. But we do have two very important games now. We've got Newcastle away and home, quarter-final of the Europa League. Can we do it against Newcastle? I kind of feel like if we can beat them and get through to the semis, we might have a very good chance of winning it. And of course, if I can win the Belgian Premier League and win the Europa League, surely that's going to give me an extra 0.5 star on my managerial rating. And then in the summer, once I've resigned, I'm a free agent, I can start looking for jobs. Okay, let's get into some football. Let's hope we can beat Newcastle. We'll see you in the dugout. Okay, the team is Adoro in goal, Faye and Nelson as the two centre-halves, wing-backs Fogarty and Carmody. Padolino is playing the anchor role, Orford and Miley in central midfield. Paulo is going to be the attacking midfielder. Rodriguez is going to be the playmaker, and Federa up front. Ben is, I think I've put him on the bench, but he may, you know what, in fact, let's just take him off the bench. Have I got anybody else I can bring in? Just a warm body. A warm body will do. We've got a load of young trialists in. Oh, Sammy Braybrook. That'll do. Just a warm body will do. Anybody but Ben. Ben is just useless. Okay, let's get into this game. Okay, Premier League teams, English Premier League teams, at any stage in European competitions, they're always going to be favourites, aren't they? Particularly in the Europa League, I feel. I think Premier League teams in the Europa League will always have a very, very good chance of winning it. But anyway, Bruno G there to Anderson, Barnes, Harvey Barnes on that side. Some very, very recognisable names in this Newcastle team. We just have to hope we can try and keep them at bay and hopefully come away with a 0-0 and then maybe get a bit lucky at our place. But then luck has not been on our side for months now. Okay, Anthony Gordon picks the ball up to Nali. I mean, the names roll off the tongue, don't they? And it's a very, very good Newcastle team, this. Of course, a packed St James Park. And it's Newcastle again. I think we're getting told here by the match engine that Newcastle are going to give us a hell of a game. Header. We do get the header on that and get the ball away. But we're getting pinned back here by Newcastle. I mean, let's just hope that, is that a big game penalty? It certainly is a big game penalty. And the referee's having to think about it. But it will be a penalty. So 13 minutes on the clock and we get our first big game penalty of the episode. Penalties awarded. We don't have many penalty saves, if I'm honest, so we are due a penalty save. Can Adoro do this now? Can he? Can we? No, he can't. Adoro actually goes the right way, but nowhere near it. And Newcastle are winning 1-0. So my lad's not even got out of the dressing room yet. 23 minutes on the clock. We've had no shots. The XG is absolutely awful. And that's... I mean, I would have said then, oh, that's the usual thing that Bent does. Bent's not on the pitch, so... But it is the normal thing that Bent would do. So we have that one chance that very nearly hits Rose head. And the ball's in the back of the net again. And we are losing 2-0 now. Although the referee is having a look at this one. Are we going to get a stroke of luck here? But it's not looking good in this game. Even if this gets disallowed. 27 minutes on the clock. And we're 2-0 down already. It is disallowed. So, but it's been all Newcastle. All Newcastle. And I think this is indicative of the way my squad is looking at the moment. Very disgruntled players, all my best players getting sold away from me and trying to keep players fit. And of course, I was hoping Bent would step forward and, be the Fowler replacement, and he's been far from it. Newcastle again, Harvey Barnes swings the ball in the box. Bruno G plays the ball to Harvey Barnes, and he scores with that one. That one's not getting disallowed, and we're going in at half time. We're at least 2-0 down. And in a shocker of a first half, we're not at the races at all. I mean, we do have some tired players on the pitch, so maybe starting Marcus Paolo, but I'm not quite sure what I'm meant to do really. Let's bring Hartman on for Paolo. We'll go to a 2-striker system. See if we can get ourselves back into this game, because the problem is keeping Hartman fit. Rodriguez can just sit in there. Orford looking very, very tired, so Braybrook can come on for him. Let's see, on an attacking mentality, 2 strikers on the pitch now. Can we actually get those shots up? 2 shots, nothing on target. Miley now with a corner. Are we going to mount an effort on the goal? Ball's headed out. Faye plays it to Rodriguez, Braybrook, Padalino back to Braybrook. His shot hits somebody's ankles. Of course it would, why wouldn't it? Faye now running down that side. Going to chip the ball in the box. Miley gets a head on it, and that's over the bar. So still not one single shot on target in this game. Newcastle so comfortable. So comfortable. We're going to have to hope that Newcastle have an off day in the second leg and we can score. Well, it's going to have to be 3 goals, isn't it? But I mean, it's only 58 minutes on the clock. We don't look like scoring, and Carmody there just gives the ball to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes down the left-hand side, Anthony Gordon, and that just scrapes the top of the crossbar. Maduro now, and he's going to be, is he going to be forced to go long? No, he is going to go short. Faye, go to your wing back, mate. Braybrook. Braybrook gives the ball away. It's in the back of the net. So we've had buffoonery there, and we've had a big game penalty. So sometimes you just have to take it on the chin. I don't want to see that again, thank you. That was disgraceful with the match engine. Disgraceful. Tonali with the corner. And we're doing absolutely nothing here. We're getting absolutely battered. It's not surprising. I don't know why I am surprised. You never know in football. You never know on the night. The opposition might have a poor game and you might just, nick something. And Oblak in the goal there. Saves the ball over on his left-hand side, and the ball more or less runs right along the goal line and then goes out for a corner. Miley, short corner to Hartman. Can we at least get a goal, lads? Save a little bit of face? Anything? Braybrook, Carmody, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So about 10 minutes of this game left now, and to be quite honest, it's a bit of an embarrassment, this. I don't think we're wrong. And that's a very nice goal from Hartman, though. I'm pleased for him. He needs to try and stay fit, because he could be as good as Fowler, Hartman. There's no doubt about it. He definitely could be as good as Fowler. But it's a nicely worked goal. And Rodriguez there. finds Hartman. It's 3-1. Can we get another one before the final whistle? Well, a total embarrassment, and we are going to give them another angry. And that was a very, very, very poor performance. Very, very, very poor performance. But any team that's got designs on winning a competition, they have to get past the best. And I feel like Newcastle are the best left in this competition. And we came up very, very poor second. Okay, going to go and play the cut reached off camera now. We're back for the second leg against Newcastle. But I fear the worst, to be honest. Well, a 1-0 win in the league keeps us top of that mini-league. We'll probably have a look at that at the end of the episode. However, now we've got this really important return leg against Newcastle. And my word, are we going to have to play a lot better than we did in the first leg at St James Park. So we have Fernandez in goal. The back central defenders are Faye and Nelson. De Schmet and Carmody are the wing-backs. Padalino is the anchor. Braybrook and Miley in the centre of midfield. Rodriguez is going to be the playmaker behind two strikers today, Federa and Hartman. And I kind of feel like if Hartman can manage 75, 80 minutes of this game, he might score a couple of goals, but it's whether he can manage it or not. And, well, Ben is nowhere to be seen. Okay, fully fit team for today. No reports of any fitness problems as I click the button to say play. So that's good. We have a fully fit squad. Let's hope. Well, they're going to need to stay fully fit all through this game because this is an uphill battle now. We desperately need an early goal here. Nelson with the ball. 10 minutes on the clock to Miley. This needs to go in the back of the net. If we've got any chance at all, this needs to go in the back of the net. Miley, lovely ball forward to Hartman. Finds Carmody. Carmody thought he'd given the ball away. Plays the ball over. And does eventually. Federa. It's in the back of the net. And we do have that early goal. It's 1-0 to GENK against Newcastle. It's 3-2 to Newcastle on aggregate. But I don't know what happened there. That seemed to come from nothing. Carmody there looked like he'd given the ball away, did give the ball away, but Federa nips in and scores a beautiful goal. Doesn't score many goals, Federa, but that was a very, very important goal. I'm saying nothing. Fernandez now at the back. I feel like I've had all the wind taken out of my sails. I don't. You know what? This resignation malarkey, I kind of feel like I need to reset completely. Because it's just one thing after another with GENK. And those things are not good. Just one bad thing after another. I really need to reset, I think. Well, we've definitely taken the game to Newcastle. 8 shots, 2 on target, an XG of 1.14. But just that one goal separating the teams. I am going to give them a please, because a bit of a pat on the back might just, you know, it might just send them out in the second half with a little bit of spring in the step. We're actually looking okay. Goodwin obviously has come on up front now. He certainly can play centre forward, but he's another one who I just can't keep fit. Okay, 62 minutes on the clock, and with that forced injury to Hartman early on, it's really reduced what I can do now. So I've made 3 subs. Orford, Hinchelwood in the middle of the park, and Questra's come on as a ball-playing defender at the back. I mean, can he find a pass? He's done it in the past. We definitely need something here, Newcastle now. And I think this is the first attack that Newcastle have had in this game. We do win the ball. Goodwin, lovely ball forward. Federa, can he get another one for us? He's gone very wide with that. And that one is palmed by Oblak. And we do get a corner out of that. Goodwin takes it near post. Nelson, headed out. Need to pick that one up. Rodriguez does. De Schmet, he can hit them. Penalty, referee. Come on, big game penalties. Come on. Where was our big game penalty there? Where was our... Why are big game penalties always for the opposition? Come on, lads. Come on, please. We just need one to get it back level. Ball over the top. Good win. And straight into the goalkeeper's arms. Poor. Very, very poor. So about 5-6 minutes of the game left now. Looks like we are going out of the Europa League. 14 shots, 5 on target. If only we'd have done that in the first leg. And we are out of the Europa League. And that is very, very, very disappointing. Big game penalty for Newcastle. No big game penalty for us, even though my player was scythed down in the penalty area. Okay, the league is all we have to play for now. And we played 2 games in there. Yeah, we played 2 games, haven't we? So if you don't know how this works, we go into this Champions group of 6. You get awarded half the points you had at the end of the season in March. And I think we had 74. We had 74 points. So we start with 37 points. We've won both our games, 43 points. And we actually do have a game in hand on Anderlecht there. Club Brugge are the one to watch out for, though, because if they win their game... Oh, no, with the level games, aren't they? So that's all we have to play for now. Well, very disappointing. Out of the Europa League. It was always going to be tough against Newcastle. And with the backdrop of all of this turmoil that is going on, obviously nobody knows I'm resigning at the end of the season. But I have refused a contract. Whether that's altering things or not, I don't know. But I didn't see any point in signing a 3-year contract when I'm up to here with this club. Absolutely up to here with it. There was a point where I thought I'm building a really good squad here. I was so comfortable building a great little squad. Glogovac attacking mid, Fowler up front. Goodwin came in looking absolutely brilliant. The only player in the squad who can score direct free kicks. They just couldn't keep them fit, couldn't hold on to them. And, well, it's become a bit of a car crash. If we win this mini league and become champions of Belgium, well, I don't know. I mean, it will be a bit of a miracle, I think, against the backdrop. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I certainly haven't enjoyed it. That first leg performance against Newcastle was absolutely abysmal. And then, of course, Hartman gets injured within, 10 or 15 minutes of the second leg once again. So, talk about the odds stacked against me. I'll see you next time.